I wish to be associated with the words of the previous speaker. Mark's company is similar to ours, but I'll tell you a quick story. The first time I went to a marketing company, they took great lengths to tell me how brilliant their recent campaign had been with Coca-Cola. Brilliant, said I. We've got about a millionth of their budget. So when I go to events like this, I think it's really important that people are able to hear from coalface, MSPs, people who don't turn over £10 million and have 600 staff. We are a modest-sized business based in Birmingham, and hopefully what I'll do today is just explain why we find Intermedia a really good partner to work with for our business. The background to our company is that we're a dynamic company and occupy a space that services clients between 5 and 25 users. Our largest is a legacy client of around 32, but the vast majority of our clients fit in that very small, sort of micro SME space. We are an ex-bar who 8 years ago stopped selling tin. It's interesting, previous speakers have said that conversation's been going on for a long time. Well, 8 years ago we saw the writing on the wall for being a bar, so maybe we were in the vanguard of that. But we see cloud services as adding value to our existing client base, and that's why we were really keen to partner with someone like Intermedia. We also partner with other cloud providers. We've been a partner for nearly 4 years, again, similar length of time to Mark, and in that time we've grown from 0 mailboxes that were hosted to around 400. We have a client base of around, I suppose, 500 endpoints, so 400 shows you that's quite a significant portion of our client base is now using Intermedia hosted Exchange mailboxes. We only use Intermedia for hosted Exchange. We don't work with any partners. We don't have any Office 365 components. It's mostly hosted Exchange, but we also offer Link, which is a great product. And for those of you that have not used it, it's really, really good. And also we do some archiving. Had a conversation with a gentleman over here actually over coffee this morning to explain how one of the things we're able to do now we've got more time, more about that in a moment, is we have a conversation with clients about the difference between backup and archiving. It's a conversation that many of you may have had with your clients. Few of them really understand what it is. But archiving is really important for most businesses, particularly financial and legal. And those people who don't have the ability to deal with it on site, it is a very complicated solution. It's a tick box and a yes in Intermedia. Would you like archiving? Yes, please. Thanks very much. The benefits for us have been alluded to through previous conversations and speakers today. But the key thing is the Intermedia pledge of the 5 nines. I think Google, I am on video, so hopefully this is correct. I think Google offer 99.9%, 3 nines, but Intermedia offer 5. So again, I think it works out about 6 minutes worth of downtime per annum. I think we can kind of live with that, particularly if it's at 2 in the morning on Sunday. The other benefit is the simplicity of management. We have a centralised portal through which we can manage all of our clients. We can either implement services across the entire organisation in a few clicks, or we can narrow down to manage individual elements of singular mailboxes. But scalability is the key element. We now are able to offer enterprise solutions to our clients at SME prices. So even 5 years ago, to have the kind of solutions that were easily deployable and easy to manage amongst an SME client base, it would have been beyond their economic abilities. Whereas now, we can offer those services and compete with much larger companies. So in our mind, partnering with established, well-organised cloud partners will lead to success. But specifically, our partnership with Intermedia has allowed us to roll out Exchange as a first step. 3.5, nearly 4 years ago, 0 mailboxes. We actually did it the way I guess most people in this room have done. They have a meeting with a client, and the client says, I need to have 10 people in 10 different locations all using Microsoft Exchange. And you go, no problem at all. We can sort that out for you. You shake hands, you leave, then you work out how you're going to do it. And we did it by finding intermediary and using them as the first partner to develop that 10 mailbox business. And from there we roll forward to 400. Once you've done mailboxes, you can then tag on other services, and it is literally a matter of, would you like to add that service? Please tick box, press yes, and it's done. So we offer link, we offer archiving, and soon to offer security. The benefit of that then means you can transform the client's experience, and you can start to use what intermediary call Office in the cloud. All elements of that company's business will be in the cloud. It makes it easier for you to manage. The uptime means you have much less hassle. You don't get phone calls from angry clients saying, my small business service broken, or whatever it might be. And also from a disaster recovery point of view. If you've got clients where perhaps, heaven forbid, an office were to burn down or be flooded, or there were to be some kind of major virus outbreak, with elements in the cloud, it's a relatively straightforward process of procuring new hardware, entering the details for those hosted services, and the data flows back onto the equipment. It's a very, very much more straightforward process than it ever used to be. That means that we reduce our support burden, meaning that we can now provide more time to our clients as our trusted advisor. We'll talk to business owners, we'll explain benefits, we'll talk about solutions. I echo the other speaker from, who I forget, who said clients don't care. They really don't. They don't care where their platform sits. They don't care whether it's in the cloud. They care whether it works. And so our benefit is, it just works, because we're using it. And ultimately, if you're decreasing the level of support, you have a much greater opportunity to increase profits. Because you're not spending your time fixing problems at 2 in the morning because someone's broken a computer or a server disk has failed. And that's it. I am on the wing to answer any question you throw at me. If you don't have it, you can't.